Hello, hello, my friends. How are you? So we're less than a week into Donald Trump's presidency, and he is already finding new and creative ways to try to wreck the economy while he's here. Did anybody else see that coming? I saw it coming. So today, we're going to talk about that, and I want to get this out of the way right up front. I'm going to use MAGA rules when it comes to addressing this video. You don't get to be mad because I'm using your rules. You don't get to move the goalpost now, all right? The rules are: anything that happens in the United States of America is solely the responsibility of the president. That's rule number one, okay? Rule number two is that anything negative that happens under that president's administration is 100% their responsibility. There were no outlying factors. There was nothing leading up to it. It just is what it is, all right? So with those rules in place, that have been put in place at least as long as the Biden administration, but I would go back at least as far as Obama, and maybe even further than that. Those rules suggest that no matter what happens under a president, that president is 100% responsible for it. Okay, now we got that out of the way, because we're going to talk about these new creative, inventive ways that Donald Trump is already wrecking our economy. Quickly, huh? He did it really fast. Real quick before I get into that, I wanted to say thank you to everybody that's helping support this channel in whatever way you do. Watching the videos, sharing the videos, the channel memberships, quite a few super thanks have came in. Thank you guys for everything you're doing to help me grow this channel. We're doing very well. I always want to try to at least remember to thank you for your efforts also, because without you, I just yell into a camera, and that it sounds kind of therapeutic, but not as much fun with a bunch of other people. It's more fun with you all here is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, we got a few things going on that Donald Trump is doing to absolutely obliterate the economy. My God, have you seen the fucking egg prices, my friends? They are insane. So I was over on my Blue Sky account making fun of this stupid Trump meme coin that you guys know that I've become obsessed with, where the graph is just dropping over time. Apparently, according to some people in MAGA, a graph dropping on a stock or on a meme coin or something like that is called a bull run. Did you know that? When the graph's going down? I don't fucking know either. But anyway, somebody had posted a graph responding to my picture of that meme coin graph with a graph of egg prices. And they told me, hey, if you would have just invested in eggs, you'd be very wealthy right now. And I thought that was shocking when I saw it. And then I went and looked it up, too, to verify that somebody wasn't just yanking my chain. And it turns out the egg prices are through the fucking roof. Wait a minute. How did that happen? Don't you guys remember we just had an election where we voted against our own daughters', medical health issues because the eggs were too goddamn expensive? Remember when we sold our daughters down the river because we needed cheaper eggs? And now our daughters don't have rights in case they have a medical emergency and the eggs are more expensive? I don't know about you guys, but it sounds to me like we're maybe getting fucked a little bit here. So what's going on with that? Look, it's Donald Trump's fault. Not only because of the rule set at the beginning of the video, but it's actually Donald Trump's fault at this point, because there is some sort of bird flu, avian flu, whatever the hell you call it, right? Now, Donald Trump can't control that now, can he? You know what the Donald Trump administration is doing? Google the shit. I don't care. Go look it up. They are trying to suppress the information having to do with this bird flu. They are trying to deny the science, my friends, and hide that there is potentially an illness heading for all of us. It's the sequel. Here we go again. It's like we've fucking done this before, right? And so yes, we are a science-denying country, and as long as we just sweep it under the rug, it doesn't really happen, right? That's exactly the same approach we took to COVID, and that's what we're doing now. And yes, by all means, please Google that, and please, if I'm not understanding it, go to the comment section and correct me. If you're from MAGA, don't lie to me, though. I'm tired of you lying to me. How many times do I have to fucking say that? So yeah, we're doing that, and it made me think of something, my friends. Because you know how I always tell you guys that MAGA folks are lazy people, right? They need to use the levers of government to tilt the playing field in their favor. They call everyone a DEI hire because that person was smarter than them and worked harder than them, So they use the levers of government to tilt the playing field in their favor so that they never really have to try that hard and they can just yell at everyone else. Do you think, this is just a thought, but do you think maybe MAGA keeps voting for Donald Trump because they know he's going to fuck up so bad that they're going to lose their jobs? We're all going to sit at home again and get stimulus checks. Yeah, wait for those stimmies to come in. Hell yeah, that's what we're all looking for. MAGA, let me help you, okay? There's an easier way. Donald Trump's the middleman. There are candidates out there that discuss the need for a universal basic income. They're talking about because AI is going to take over our jobs, different kinds of automation, that there's not going to be enough jobs to go around for your normal everyday working person. So they say maybe we could have universal basic income so that people could still at least sustain somewhat of a life in the event they don't have a job. You could just cut out all the bullshit of Donald Trump being the most epic fucking failure in the history of this planet and finding a way to fuck up so bad that we all lose our jobs and get stimulus checks. And you could just vote for Andrew Yang. You could vote for Andrew Yang. I don't know if he's running right now, but you could get that universal basic income. It's like, can we just cut out the middleman, the bullshit on all this? That would be fucking cool. So anyways, that's the problem with the fucking eggs, and it is 100% Donald Trump's fault. Look, if your administration is going to suppress the information and the science related to this, you take all the blame at that point. Too fucking bad. Egg prices solely rest on Donald Trump's shoulders at this point. You make dumb decisions, you live with the fucking consequences, all right? The next thing that's going on is there are a huge percentage of field workers, migrant workers, that are just not showing up to work. For a few reasons, maybe out of protest, maybe because they're scared that they're going to get deported. Either way, my friends, we're already there. I can't believe we're already there. Produce sitting in the fields that nobody's picking, right? Oh no, what's that going to do? It's going to raise the fucking prices of food. Who asked for these mass deportations? Well, that would be one Donald Trump, my friends, just in case you're wondering. And I had a MAGA dork in all his infinite wisdom come to my comment section yesterday and insist that I was lying to him because no produce gets picked in January. And he challenged me, my friends, to find one field that gets picked during the month of January. So I grabbed my little magic Google box. It's the same box I'm talking to you on right now. You might be holding one also. And I asked it one simple question. What crops are harvested in January? And it didn't come from some left-wing, propaganda news network. It just came from the internet. There were plenty of sources, even Wikipedia. Well, it turns out, my friends, there is an extensive list of produce that is harvested in January. Yeah, it's almost like if America is this vast, wide open country that extends thousands and thousands of miles in either direction and has different climates. So while that guy's sitting in fucking Ohio or something, and he's like, you can't grow shit here. Yeah. If you go south a bit, dummy, you'll find that it's pretty fucking warm out still. And you can still harvest things. But then he first came back with the classic MAGA response: deny all information. Deny all information. That's not true. And then he finally agreed that that maybe some crops are harvested in January, my friends. So we broke through a little bit. We made a little bit of fucking progress with him, didn't we? Aren't you proud? We did good. I was much more tired yesterday, wasn't I? I'm a little fired up today. But then he said, I'm sorry, this shit is just, it's jarring when you think about it, right? He said, well, maybe instead of having migrant workers, we could hire American workers and we could pay them a fair living wage. And just like that, all of MAGA became Democrats, my friends. We have been talking about a fair living wage for fucking ever. We are back where we started with the whole, let's get a new virus so we all lose our jobs and can get stimulus checks. We could cut Donald Trump out of this equation. Just vote Democrat. If you're really concerned about living wages, if that is your thing, if we can just pay Americans so much that we don't have to rely on migrant workers, I say let's fucking do it. I think that's a good plan. Yes, our prices are going to go up collectively across the board. If we got rid of some of that pesky fucking corporate greed, our prices would go up a little bit, but we would be okay, and we'd be helping to split that wealth more evenly among American citizens just trying to make a living. All you gotta do is vote Democrat. He's so close. This guy is so close to having it figured out. And I love him for it. I think he's at least trying to take steps to do that. So that's really good for him. And as far as the Donald Trump meme coin goes, it's still a steaming pile of shit. It's trying today. I mean, it's showing a little upward momentum, but it's down for the day still. Who knows what's going on with that? The Melania coin, still a steaming pile of shit also, but appears right now, at the moment of recording this, to be up quite a bit on the day. I imagine that will get dumped in the next day or two, if not by the time I release this video. So that's a whole pile of shit. Donald Trump was sitting down with Sean Hannity, right? Having a little interview with him where Sean Hannity had asked him about the economy. And Donald Trump kept interrupting him and telling him that he does not care about that right now. And what is absolutely shocking about people in MAGA on the Republican side, but more so MAGA, I guess, is that they will listen to Donald Trump say these things, and then they will do some sort of mental gymnastics to do it. Remember we were talking about the guy yesterday that he heard me say that Donald Trump in Donald Trump's last administration said, or asked the question, can we just take people's guns without due process? Can we just go get them? Which is legitimately a thing Donald Trump asked. And look, fine, he was just asking the question. Sometimes, no, you know what? I'm going to be hard on that asshole every chance I get. Fuck him. But he was just asking the question. And I had pointed that out in a video, to which a Trump supporter told me that that's not true. Joe Biden said that. And then he went and looked it up and said, and watched Donald Trump say it, and then said, look, I just saw Donald Trump say it, but Joe Biden is still the one that said it. I don't know how to even square this most of the time, my friends. But Donald Trump did say to Hannity that he does not care about the economy right now. And I think, obviously, that's fucking obvious. Every decision he's making is fucking stupid. Not much that I know on the tariffs right now. If you guys know more about the tariffs, let me know. Last I heard, he said February 1st he was going to implement the tariffs. I read a interesting Reddit post where a guy is worried that his business is going to go under after he voted for Donald Trump because he thought the tariffs were going to fuck up his competition, and he is very, very shocked to be finding out that they are going to fuck him up also. And that is a lot of what a Donald Trump vote was. What it ever was a vote to fuck over the other guy, right? I do have another point. I almost forgot this one. This one's very fucking important too. Very fucking important because it has to do with tariffs. Let me know if you're still listening, because this one matters a lot. For a while now, Trump supporters have been saying that tariffs would cause prices to increase, but because Donald Trump is going to drill, baby, drill, then energy prices will go down and it just balances out. Well, what a long way to get right back where we started. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Why not fuck around with tariffs and reduce the energy prices, and then we get ahead, right? But instead we do this roundabout way to balance it. But they're going to have a hard time squaring this one too, my friends, because look, I'm a trucker, right? You guys know that about me. I have been an owner, so to speak. Trucking's weird. So to speak, though, I have owned a truck in some capacity ever since the beginning of COVID, which means I have for all these years had to be very in tune with fuel prices and understanding where I'm profitable with when it comes to fuel. Well, out of curiosity, I went to see, now that we're almost a week into the Donald Trump administration, what has he done for the fuel prices, right? Well, it turns out on a national average over the last week, diesel prices are up by 11 cents. Go on, I'm listening. Like, explain that to me. Listen, if you don't know, I think most people probably know, but diesel is the fuel that powers this fucking country. Whether it's these trucks or farm equipment or any number of things, heavy machinery runs on diesel. So when you start getting those diesel prices going up, then you start, closing the walls in on guys like me that got to pay for our own shit, right? And the farmers and just so many fucking things run on diesel. And they said, my friends, that he was going to lower energy prices. We're still playing by the rules outlined by MAGA at the beginning of the video. This is Donald Trump's administration. That makes it his fucking fuel prices. Up 11 cents in his first week. That's not sustainable. As a matter of fact, we're all incredibly fucked if he continues to do bullshit like that. If Donald Trump don't get these fuel prices under control, then I am going to have to seriously reconsider my decisions out here. Because Donald Trump is fucking up fuel prices. So now we've got fucking, we've got the food, the eggs are through the roof. The food prices in general are about to go up because we're doing mass deportations all over the country. The fucking fuel prices are up, and so far, everything Donald Trump has enacted within his first week of being the president has been bad for the economy. And you don't get to lie to me. The numbers are out there. Just go look. And for once, please, start to believe the information that you see with your own eyes. We're only in week 1, baby. It ain't gonna get easier. Bye now.